This video will help any beginner create any website in just 10 minutes in the least budget while still using the most trusted tools. And I'll show you how to build a website on WordPress.org because it's the best free platform for websites. Web hosting and domain name are the first two things that we need for launching our website. Web hosting refers to buying storage space to store your website, while domain name is the official name of your website that shows up on top. You can get both from one of the many hosting providers, and each has their own pros and cons. For beginners, I recommend Bluehost because it's affordable, reliable, and officially recommended by WordPress. But here's a tip. Don't go to the website to get hosting directly. Go to this link and you'll get up to 60% off. This is a trusted coupon code from our friends over at WP Beginner. You can see that the discount has been already applied here. You'll also get a free domain for the first year and a free SSL certificate. This certificate means your site will have this type of icon next to it. Now click on the Get Started button. You'll see a whole list of plans. For beginners, the basic plan is more than enough. Click Select here. Next, you need to choose a domain name. To get some ideas, we'll use a free tool called Chat.gpt. Use your email to sign in, open a new chat, and enter this prompt. You'll get a bunch of ideas, so just shortlist the ones you prefer and check if they are available. From here, you want to one by one fill out all your account information like this. Scrolling down, you want to review the package information. By default, they do 36 months because the longer the duration, the cheaper it will be per month. But for beginners, I recommend this 12-month package. It's a good balance between cost and commitment. Then scroll down to the package extras. Uncheck all the extras because you don't need them when you're starting out. Agree to the terms and service and click submit. Finally, enter your payment details. After your purchase, you'll be prompted to create a password for your account. Just set that. And then they'll send you an email, which we'll check here. Once you log into Bluehost, this is what your dashboard looks like. Click the Create Site button. Your site name is not your domain name, it's the name that will be displayed on your site like this. Site tagline is a brief description of your website, so we'll add that. You can change these at any time, so don't worry about them being perfect. Once done, it will take a couple of minutes to install WordPress. Then click on My Sites tab. Hover over the site we used earlier and click Manage Site. On the upper rightmost corner, click Login to WordPress and you'll come here. Now we've reached the WordPress dashboard. This is the backend of your website from where you'll edit the design, content, and all other details. It might look a little bit complicated, but don't worry, it's going to be easy for you soon. Before we explore this, let's go to a separate tab, type your domain name and press enter. As you can see, your website is live now and it's got some default design and content. To edit your website, let's go back to your WordPress dashboard. On the left, you'll see a navigation menu with different options. Now the first thing we want to do is change the appearance of our website by changing its theme. So go to Appearance and then Themes. You'll see a few themes that are already installed. To add a new theme, click on Add New at the top. Now you'll see thousands of free themes to choose from. For now, I'll search for the Astra theme because it's good for beginners. I'll click Install, then Activate, so it's live on my site now. If we go back to our tab and refresh it, we can now see that the design has changed. Now, it can take a lot of effort to modify this site design into something that we want. And remember, we wanted to set up our website in 10 minutes. So we're going to take a shortcut here. Go back to our dashboard. Now we'll install a free plugin by going to Plugins and then Add New. And just like themes, there are thousands of plugins here to choose from. Search for Astra Starter Sites because it will have some pre-made website templates that will save us a lot of time. Click Install, then Activate. Now click on Library to see all the templates that are available. Remember in the intro, I showed how we would edit a site using drag and drop like this. To get that ability, select Elementor on top before you click a design. Elementor is basically a popular page builder that's connected to this plugin. Now I'll choose this design. Overall, I like this. Now you can visit your site and you'll see that your site looks exactly like the template we just saw. There still are many options here, so I'm going to click and open this in a new tab so we can see what our website looks like. It has all the different pages, as you can see here, and the features are also there. Now, no matter how complicated or simple your site is, it's inevitable that your website will slow down and whoever visits it will have a bad experience. Most websites lose a lot of customers because of this. You can avoid facing this problem later if you install a free speed plugin right now. This is why my team, which has built other successful plugins and made a 100% free plugin that actually makes any website 3 times faster. Just visit airlift.net to download the plugin. This is my test website. Let me copy its URL and check its page speed score. You can see it's very low. Now I'll just paste the same website URL in Airlift and click here. It's automatically doing all the optimizations needed, and now you can see a huge jump in speed. It's totally free and you can visit this website and click here to install it. Sign up, download the plugin, then upload it to your site, and you can use it now. Now, I'm going to show you how to customize your content, pictures, and everything else on your website. Go back to the dashboard, go to Pages, All Pages. These are all the pages that were imported with the template that we had just added. You can also click here to add new pages if you want. From here, you can add a title, content, and more. Once you're happy with your page, you can click on the Publish button to publish your page. Coming back, you can click on any of these to edit them. I'm going to click on Edit under Home. From here, you can see the Elementor page builder. This is a drag and drop interface that makes it easy to customize your website. For example, if you want to change this text, just click on the text area and now you can change it. Let's say you want to change this button style, click on the Style tab and now you have different options to customize it. If you want to change this image, you can click on the dots here, then go to Style and change the image here. If you want to add a new section, you can click on the plus icon. From here, you can choose the structure of the section. I'm going to pick this one. From here, you can click on the plus icon to add a widget for a heading, image, button, whatever you want. If you want to move this section, you can just click on the 6 dots and drag it to wherever you want. Now, if you want to change this area, which is the header of your website, or scroll down, and this is the footer of your website. Both the header and footer can be edited by going to the Customize option. Now you can see that there are some blue icons and you can click on them to change things. Like if you want to change this logo, just click here and you'll be able to change it. The same way you can edit the footer of your site as well. Okay, once you're done, click Publish and you can make all these changes live on your website. Now let's go back to our dashboard and I'll show you how to create a blog post. Click on Posts, click on Add New. From here you can add a title like this, content and more. If you want to add an image, you can click on the plus icon and choose an image. From here you can upload an image or choose one from your media library. There's a widget section here and you can add tables or whatever else that you want for your blog. Once you're happy with your blog, you can click on the Publish button. Every time you click Save Draft, Publish or Update, WordPress saves that version of your post as a revision. Even if you don't select those options, WordPress still auto-saves a post version every minute that replaces the older autosave version. To undo a change, either a post revision or an autosave version can be used, and it takes just 3 steps. On your WordPress dashboard's left menu, hover over Posts and click All Posts. Find the post you'd like to revise, hover over it and click Edit. If you're using Gutenberg, once you click Revisions, this will lead you to your Revisions interface. Here, WordPress automatically compares a version with the one that was created just before it. There is a slider at the top that you can use to switch between versions and check which one you need. You can also tick the box near Compare any 2 versions and select the 2 versions to compare using the same slider. Once you've decided which version you want, click Like to restore this revision or Restore this autosave at the top right. This will restore the entire version and you'll be redirected to the editor. If you'd like to just restore a specific section, you can do so by copying that paragraph, returning to the editor and pasting it correctly. If your website homepage is listing your blogs, but you want to create a separate blog page like this with a grid, go to Pages and create a new page called Blog Feed. Don't worry, you can change the name later if you want. If you open this new page, it will be blank. Later, I'll show you how to add different types of grids on it for free. But first, let's come back. Now we have to turn this blog feed page into a default page, so our blogs show up here instead of our home page. So go to Settings, then Reading, And here you'll find your homepage display setting. By default, it's set to your latest posts, meaning all your posts are displayed on your homepage. Change this by selecting a static page. This will open up two options, homepage and posts page. Set the homepage to home and posts page to the blog feed page we created earlier. Scroll down to adjust other settings like how many posts will show up, which I've chosen as 20. Here, select include excerpt instead of full text, then hit save changes. Now let's go back to pages. And here you'll see that WordPress is highlighting which page is the home page and which is the blog page. If I click on my blog page, I can now see all the different blogs I've moved here, while the home page is blank now. Next, I'll show you how to add different types of grids like this to your blog page. For this, we'll need another free plugin. So search for a plugin called PostGrid. Install and activate it. Now when you open the plugin, you'll see this red notice here to improve performance by choosing a resource load time. Basically, if you're using Elementor, then go to this drop down here, select Elementor only, then click Save Changes. Now everything is good and let's go to Pages, then open our blog page. Now let's click Edit with Elementor. Now we can find the PostGrid widget here, click on it, then select the grid layout that you want. So I'll pick this one and then click Update. Now, as you can see, it neatly arranged all of our blog posts in a grid. For the section title, I'll just type recent blogs here. Now you can edit how this grid looks by changing layout types or column numbers. Let's say I choose this layout and number of columns. This is looking good so far, right? Now let's add a featured section for our latest blog. Let's create a new post grid, but this time limit the number of posts to show just one post. Change the column layout to 1. Under the query builder for the offset, we limit it to 1. Now you can see one big featured post on top and other blogs appear under it. Let's change the title to featured post. Here we can change the title to previous blogs. But we don't want the same blog to show up twice. So in the query builder for the offset, I'll set this to 1 so it skips the first post. And now you can see that the repetition is gone. Also come here and make sure that the link target is the same window. As you can see here, this menu is a navigation tool that helps visitors navigate your website. To create a menu like this, go back to your dashboard, go to Appearance and then Menus, click on Create a new menu, enter a name for your menu and click Create Menu. On the left side, you will see different items you can add to your menu. You can add pages, posts, custom links and categories. To add an item, simply check the box next to it and click Add to Menu. You can rearrange the order of the items by dragging and dropping them. Once you're happy with your menu, select where you want it to be displayed under the display location and click Save Menu. And there you have it. You've just added a menu to your website. There's a chance of unexpected errors, so you should quickly take a backup. Most web hosts offer backups as a part of their services, sometimes as an add-on or sometimes bundled with their hosting plans. We have complete guides for backups and restores for the major web hosts like GoDaddy, SiteGround, WP Engine and Bluehost, which I'll add in the description below. However, please be warned, web host backups are a good option for first-time users, but should not be the only backups of your website. There are several locations where people have lost their websites entirely in spite of getting web host backups. The easiest and most reliable way to back up a WordPress site is to use a plugin. Backups are a vital but tedious maintenance activity, and it is a sort of task that can be automated easily. We recommend taking daily backups as the best option for most websites, as in case of any issue, the work lost is minimal and can be easily recovered. Now, let's quickly evaluate the top 3 backup plugins in the market. Here's a table highlighting the main pros, cons, and prices of each plugin. Now I'll show you how to take a backup of your site in just a few minutes using BlogVault. In your dashboard, go to Plugins, then Add New, search for your plugin, then click Install and Activate. Now once we can see that the plugin is activated, we'll go to a new tab where we have the BlogVault website. Now here we have to sign up. Now the reason we have to sign up separately is because this is a more secure system, and in case you can never access your WordPress dashboard, you can always access BlogVault. Create an account on BlogVault and click on Add New Site. Number 2, enter your website URL. Number 3, choose automatic installation and enter your WP admin credentials. and that's it. The site starts to sync, which means a WordPress backup is in progress. The sync process will happen in the background, and you can continue working on your website as you normally would. I'm going to bust one big myth right now. Even if you get just 50 visitors a month, your site will be hacked eventually, because hackers regularly release swarms of automated bots to take control of as many sites as possible for different illegal purposes. To keep your site safe from these threats, installing a security plugin will scan your website at regular intervals and alert you of any security threats. There's many popular security and backup plugins, but Malcare is the most affordable and reliable one that handles everything. Full disclosure, our teams built it, so instead of selling it to you, here's a table showing why it's the best choice. Now in this tab, I have the Malcare website open. As you can see, it is used by eBay and a bunch of other known brands. But now I'm going to go to the pricing page. Here I can see that there is a free plan available which has quite a lot of features. There's a real-time firewall to protect your website, login protection, a daily malware scan to catch any hacks, vulnerability monitoring, uptime monitoring, and a few other things. So this is a great place to start off, but if you want to be really sure that you're completely secure and protected, then I would recommend getting the basic plan, because now you have instant malware removal as well. So this is great if your site ever gets hacked. You can instantly remove the hack and then prevent any damage occurring to your site after that. And if you haven't gotten a backup plugin yet, you can get security and backups both here as a combined deal, which I think is also a good plan. For now, I think we'll start off with the free plan and I'll show you how to install that. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard and go to plugins, add new. Let's search for Malcare, and here it is. You can see it's got a lot of downloads as well. We're going to install it, activate it. Now we can see that the Malcare plugin has been activated. We'll go to a separate tab and go to the Malcare website. Now here we'll sign up by adding our email ID and password, and then we'll log into the dashboard. Now we just have to add the site URL. Now we need to add a WP admin username and password. Don't worry, Malcare doesn't store the WP admin credentials. This is a standard procedure to just install the plugin on your website. Click submit. Now the plugin installation is happening and you'll see the option to initiate a sync. So click on that, and now you can see that your website is being scanned. Basically, Malcare is going through all your website's code to find any vulnerability, hacks, backdoors, basically any security concerns, so that it can bring it to your notice. Here an onboarding video is playing, which will tell you an explanation of Malcare. And here you can see that a daily malware scan and a firewall is active, but malware removal is not. For that you have to upgrade. Now, once the scanning is over, then you're going to come to a page like this, which basically tells you whether your website has any hack or whether it is safe. So right now you can see that your website is clean and the protection has been enabled, and you can scroll across this dashboard and discover more features. If you want to add a contact form that looks like this for free, go to plugins, then new and search for Ninja Forms. Then install and activate it. Now you'll see this new button here and you can click here to open a default form. Let's delete that by clicking here. Create a new form by clicking add new. Now you can see some templates and I'll select a simple contact us form. We can fiddle around with the design till we are happy, then click it and your form will be created. Now we are going to pages and creating a new page to put the contact form in. Next, let's click publish and view the page by clicking here. So there it is, a new contact form on your page. Next, let's test this form to see how it works. We'll enter details and then click submit. In your dashboard, if you go here and click here, you'll see the responses here. You'll also get an email from WordPress saying you have a new message, which you can open like this. You can then reply and it will be sent to the person's email address. If you wanted to add a music player, you can go to any one of these free sites and find the code snippet, which is lines of code, and then just copy paste it to your site to get the desired effect. If you want to build an e-commerce site, you have to search for a plugin called WooCommerce. Install and activate it. WooCommerce is a free plugin that can convert a basic WordPress site into a fully customizable e-commerce store. Overall, I think the main pros of WooCommerce is that it's very cheap to set up, the customization potential is endless, and the plugin ecosystem is high in quality and quantity. The main con is that it requires effort. The main pros of Shopify are that it's a great option for anyone who wants to hit the ground running. The subscription cost is quite justified for what they offer, and the platform is very templatized, which makes it easy to get a decent store up quickly. The only con is that this convenience comes at the cost of personalization and customization. The plugin library is very limited and there's quite less scope to really modify the platform according to your wishes. If you want a detailed video for beginners for customizing an e-commerce site and getting more sales, comment below. Now, very soon you or your client will want to see your website show up in Google like this. Check how many people are visiting your site and get more data about this. For example, this is the data from my website. For all these purposes, you'll need to do SEO. If this sounds complicated, don't worry, you just have to follow these 3 steps. The first step is to create a Google Analytics account. So let's go here, then type Google Analytics. Now click the first link and it will take you to this page. Then click here. Here you'll need to provide an account name. This can be anything you like, but choose a name that represents your business or the website that you're tracking. Next, you'll need to configure your data sharing settings. This controls which data you share with Google. Click next to add the first property to the account. Here you'll need to enter a name for the property. You'll also need to select the reporting time zone and currency. These settings will affect how your data is reported. Click next. Select your industry category and business size. These settings help Google Analytics provide you with relevant benchmarking data later on. Click next again and select how you intend to use Google Analytics. Click create, and if you're setting up a new account, accept the analytics terms of service. Now we need to add a data stream to start collecting data. Here you can choose between an iOS app, Android app or web, and we'll choose web because we're connecting it to our website. Our second step is to connect our website to this Google Analytics account. Next, we need to go to plugins and search for Sitekit by Google, install and activate it. After setup, you'll see a dashboard like this after a few days. Now the third step is to do SEO on your site so you can show up on Google like this. This is a big topic and there's a lot of misinformation online because everybody wants to sell their own courses. I have nothing to sell and this is a screenshot of my website's performance. So you can trust my advice when I tell you that these are the most simple and effective things to get started in a good way. Comment below if you want a detailed video about these tips. Any WordPress website has these essential needs to function properly. I'm going to share the best free options for each requirement now. I'll also add links for all the plugins I talk about below. First up, we need backups because there's many reasons why your website can lose data or get deleted. You might see that your web host offers backups, like Bluehost is offering those here, but these are very unreliable. For a free option, Updraft Plus is a solid choice. It's user-friendly and offers scheduled backups, so you don't have to remember to do it manually. However, a backup is only good if, when in trouble, you can use it to restore your site. Updraft Plus backups often only restore partly or sometimes not at all. So there is a risk that if you go with a free option. To get a 100% guarantee that your full site will be restored every time from its backups, you should use our paid plugin Blockvault because it gives unlimited storage and makes multiple copies of your backups to make sure that you always get a full restore. Moving on to security, the most popular ones are iThemes and Sucuri, but both have a lot of flaws. Malcare is the best free option because it offers many premium features for no cost. If you ever get hacked, you can pay to upgrade your plan and you'll get one-click malware removal as well as enhanced security. Next, let's talk about SEO. RankMath's free version is great for beginners. It guides you through the process of optimizing your site for SEO and also has an AI content assistant that gives you real-time suggestions to improve your content's SEO. Once you're ready to pay for more features, try Ahrefs. We use it as well and it's got many powerful features. A website speed plugin is crucial because inevitably your website will slow down over time. Airlift is the best free option because it's not complicated. You just add your website URL, click a button and you can get up to 3 times more speed. Then you need a good email plugin for anyone interacting with your site, whether they fill a contact form, try products or whatever else. MailPoet is a great free plugin. It offers drag and drop email builder, automated emails and even analytics so you can see how your emails are performing. Please subscribe if this video helped you out and you can watch this video next to continue your setup.